So today I'm going to be reviewing VEVOR's 13-inch thickness planer, and I thought it would be fun to start this video out with a cool unboxing transition that didn't work, so I just went to the old reliable before and after. So VEVOR asked me to review their 13-inch thickness planer, and my very first planer ever was the DeWalt DW734, which seemed very similar to this on paper, so I thought it would be a great opportunity to compare the two. Right off the bat, they both feel and look pretty similar. They both have that same crank arm and same thickness readout. They both come with tools to make adjustments and replace your blades, adjustable in-feed, out-feed tables, so that way you can reduce the amount of snipe when you're planing your boards. So the first feature that I saw with this one versus the DW734 was that this one has a dual speed. In order to get dual speed with DeWalt, you have to upgrade to their next model. This one comes with a dual speed, so I thought that was pretty cool. They have these little rollers on the top, and they both have handles on the side. The VEVOR comes in at 60 pounds, 61.7, and the DeWalt is 80 pounds. So this is probably the biggest turnoff for me with this planer, is it only has a 2-inch dust port. So I can't hook up my dust collector without modifying this dust port some way. It does come with a nice long cord. It also is only 2-prong. I don't know much about electrical, but all the rest of my tools are 3-prong. Then I wanted to flip it on and give it a listen before I actually ran anything through it. Seems just as loud as the other planers that I've used. They are not very quiet, so make sure you wear ear protection. This planer also doesn't come with a readout to let you know how much material you're taking off with each pass, so that was kind of annoying to get figured out, and I just showed this in real time. Sorry, my arm is blocking it, but I just wanted you to see how I'm adjusting the planer up and down in order to get it to actually feed through, but once I was able to get it to the right thickness, it fed through no problem. Now that I've got it set to the correct thickness, you can see it goes through and just chips everywhere. I have a rigid shop vac hooked up to this, and it's not pulling anything out of here. Then I sent through an 11-inch piece of pine. Just wanted to test out the width and how well it did against that. Cut just fine. Then I moved up to red oak. Wanted to see that. And this here, look at this roller, how it's set up. I stuck my finger in there on accident. That could really definitely be a safety issue if you were to go to grab your board and your hand gets caught between that outfeed roller and the board as it keeps pushing. And then the final piece that I ran through was ash, because that's the hardest wood that I have, and it cut through there no problem as well. Just a lot of sawdust. So I took the hose off so I could get a look in there, and you can see it is completely clogged. And those chips are from the alder, so it's been clogged since the very first piece that I put in there. So I took the dust port off to get a look in here and clean it out, wiped it off, got all that out of there. I reattached it and then turned it on to run it without that. And I know this is probably should have been obvious just by looking at it, but I didn't notice. There's no blower to help remove the chips as you're planing. So you are strictly depending on the suction from your shop vac to remove all the chips as you're planing. So after using this for about an hour or so, running multiple different pieces of wood through it, I emailed the brand and let them know that this is not something that I would be recommending on my channel. With that said, they still wanted me to put together a video explaining the things that I did not like about the tool. So I'd say my overall rating for this tool would probably be like a 4 out of 10. Not having proper dust extraction and not being able to see how much material I'm taking off with every pass is just something that I think is very important when you're purchasing a tool like this. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments.